What's up, guys? Matthew here, getting ready to watch a brand new show for the channel. We are going to be watching Shogun today, the first episode. Just to preface this by saying, all my first episodes, I sort of go on a 2 or 3 minute little tangent at the beginning. So if you just want to hop straight into my reaction, go to the next chapter. But if you want to hear some of my thoughts about the series and just a little quick history, sort of acquainting myself with anybody who's new to the channel, stick around for 1 or 2 minutes. I know essentially nothing about this show. I know that it's really good, obviously. I heard some comparisons to like early Game of Thrones, which I'm a huge fan of. So that sort of immediately hypes me up for it. I know that I'm gonna absolutely love this show. Like, I've heard so many good things about it, quality-wise. Again, nothing specifically story-wise. I'm pretty sure. I don't want to say samurai, like, because that might be sort of the wrong time period or the wrong wording. But I think that's pretty much like the time period. I am not that big of a historian, so I don't know that much about the time period. In fact, I would argue the only sort of even slight dip of the toe into that time frame would be Ghost of Tsushima for me, which is mainly, you know, it's not based off of a real story. It's very fictionalized. So I'm going in pretty blind, but I'm still excited. Just to give some information about myself, I have a film degree. So I like to pick apart the cinematography and the editing, and, you know, I would assume that there's going to be some excellent music. Big fan of instrumental music, so I hope we can get a little bit of that in there. And then I've also, the only other thing I've really heard in specific is the acting is particularly amazing. So that, you know, gets my hype even higher. Specifically, the only two actors that I know are in it, Hiroyuki Sanada, I have heard a lot of. I'm pretty sure I've only seen him in my favorite live-action show of all time, Lost. So he's a big actor. Like, he's one of those actors, like, I see him and I'm like, holy shit, that's a big actor. So I don't know what else he's in, but the only thing I think I've personally seen him in is Lost. He didn't have a super huge role, but it's still my favorite live-action show of all time, so I still love him for it. And then speaking of Lost, the only other actor I know is in this, and I'm pretty goddamn sure he won an Emmy for this show. So he won some award. I think it might have been an Emmy. Like I said, I don't really like to do too much research into shows before I start watching it because I don't want to get spoiled on anything. But I am pretty sure that Nestor Carbonell won an Emmy for this, and I love him. I've seen him in like 2 or 3 things. So, and obviously Lost being the most major thing. So, I'm very excited for this. I've got a lot of expectations. I hope you guys stick around with me for the entirety of this first season. My only question right now, is this the only season, or is there going to be more seasons? And this is based off a book too, isn't it? Pretty sure this is based off a book, and I'm pretty sure actually I have the books in my you know, sort of Amazon, you know, order list or whatever. But I sort of held out because I wanted to watch the show first. But that'd be my only question right now. Is there going to be more seasons, or is this like based off one full book? How's that breakdown work? And the only other thing I want to mention before I hop into it, I have a Patreon. I am most likely multiple weeks ahead. Over on there, you can check the comments to see the exact episode that I'm on. It'd be $10 a month. I'd have the picture on the screen, so you wouldn't have to worry about pulling up anything extra. If you're interested, I'd appreciate it. If you enjoy the content that I make, if you want to see more, or, you know, you like my reactions, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed, liked and commented, but most importantly, subscribed. It really helps me out, and I'd really appreciate it. And other than that, I think I'm real excited to get into it, so let's go. Oh my god, this looks... I forgot to mention, FX show. I'm a big fan of FX, and funny enough, I just started The Bear recently, so that's been fantastic throughout the first couple episodes. Oh my god. This is gonna be cringy, and I know some people are like, what the fuck, nothing happened. I already have goosebumps. I don't know why. I couldn't give you the exact reason, but I have them. Oh my god. Burns? I got my fucking pen and paper here. Start writing down shit. Portuguese Catholics have richly profited... I won't read out loud, my bad. I feel like this is a show that you would really benefit from knowing history. Oh, I'm hyped, man. Again, when this came out, I think it came out sometime in 2024. Maybe 2023 at the earliest. I heard a lot of Game of Thrones comparisons.
I was unable to take any celestial declinations due to...
I like this so much.
Yes, the clouds. However, white
just plain old white sand.
Well, the son of a bitch Spaniard's rudder was right about Magellan's Pass, was it not?
Don't give it here, the cursed bastard thing. It's been the death of us all.
I already love this dialogue.
We'll make land. We'll make land.
Goddamn English pilots. You never know when to give up.
We'll reach the Japans.
Japans? Listen to yourself. That is the scurvy.
Dude, this is amazing already.
No pilot. Not me. 5 ships when we began.
Down one?
Crew of over 500. We are now barely a single vessel.
Jesus. Is it just the sea that took him?
That would be a coward's way out.
Somewhat out of this
Erasmus remains home to a dozen men still looking to you.
Looking to me for what? We cannot fulfill our mission. Don't you see there is nothing?
All right. There you have it.
Holy shit, dude. Guys, I don't want to be cringy. This is fucking awesome.
The blessed release. They are only a soft wind in your face.
Oh my god.
That is the breath of the Almighty.
Calling.
He's calling us.
Oh.
He's calling us home.
That music, I got goosebumps already. That's a great opening scene, and I love them. I don't want to read too much into the show so far, but I still have a lot to learn about the time period and what's going on. But just, I like the idea, and something bad could happen, but I like the idea of just starting off with a piece of dialogue, you know what I mean? Like, I don't need some fancy hook. I just need quality writing, quality dialogue, and quality acting to hook me, and that just did it. Is it part of this story going to be about, like, religion spreading? Oh my god, it looks like a ghost ship. Oh my god. Holy fuck. Again, it's my only sort of piece of reference that I've really seen, is Ghost of Tsushima. So, like, if I do mention that a little bit, it's the only thing I've really seen to compare it to. But again, this gives me Ghost of Tsushima vibes. Jesus, I would not... Obviously, I have the benefit of being a modern modern human, but I would not enter this fucking place. Oh, Jesus. Are you going to help us? I don't know what side. Oh my god, dude, this lighting? Pirates? Slavers? See a lot of chains. I get Black Rock vibes. Anjin. Like, I get, like, there's so much stuff from Ghost of Tsushima that's in this that I can also sort of make that connection that these are both very sort of realistic and well written. Ah, hello, sir. Oh my god, that voice is doing something to me. Yo, I feel like they're flexing their, not only budget, they're flexing their, you know, creative muscles at me right now. Come on, man. Give me some names here. I forget how many. Was there 4 or 5 strong warriors? I would assume that these are 2 of them. I can't, like, that's how you know I can't even tell if it's all CGI or if it was actually filmed in Japan. The question is, are they scheming something? Do they have a plan? Or is this just a conversation? That scheming, like, I don't know. I don't know the culture yet. And obviously, I just met these guys, so. I gotta shut the hell up about how good this show it looks. Oh, okay.
馴染みのない席次でござりまするな。
しかるべき席次でござろう。成り行きを鑑みれば。
虎長殿、太閤様がお亡くなり。
Toranaga?
その間我らはその方の五大路に立てつく振る舞いを絶えず憂慮してきた。己が勢力を伸ばすのを殿下はきつく戒めておられた。
勢力を伸ばす。
Allies?
取りまとめたではないか。6組も。
Hey, that's how you do it.
主の領地は倍増したではござらぬか。
ご心配とあらば重ねて申し上げます。
Do the same.
それがしは関東の領主で満足しておりますゆえ。
Onto region.
この太平の世を自ら乱そうなどとは思いもよらぬこと。
Okay, the tension is just sort of building and brewing.
次のお母君が江戸へ出立なされた。何の前触れもなしにじゃ。
Never mind.
の方様の妹君は。
Oh, there's so many names.
それがしがこの城の人質でないのと同様。落ち葉の方様も江戸の人質などではござりません。
太閤様が生きておられたら。
Oh my god. I'll shut up about Getsu Tsushima.
神王手おる様に苦笑いなさっているに違いございません。
我らが争うことなく権勢を分かち合うようにというご遺言をお忘れか。
八重千代様が元服なされるまで。
How old is the heir?
その日をそれがしも心待ちにしております。かような表情。
Or someone here, I don't know if it's him specifically, but someone will sort of execute a plan to take power before the heir comes of age.
落ち葉の方様をお返しいただくことは大老評議においてすでに決しておる。従わぬのならお主にはそれ相応の責めを負っていただく。
Sure, totally.
千代様をないがしろにする逆賊をあぶり出す時が来た。生まれの起点は侵釈いたさぬ。たとえ偉大なるのわらの流れを組むものである。
Minowara?
我ら使命の署名がある。木山殿。
Ah, no, too fast!
この石道でござる。
Kiam? I missed the first one, I think. Come on, dude, don't lay the challenge down here.
殿は万事につく法令に準じておられます。かような根も葉もない疑惑で逆賊扱いなさるのは。
Tadeyoshi. Very emotional. I would assume that Toranaga has done something to either save him or help his family out.
比例石堂殿がいつ比例なことを申された。
I forgot to mention it, and it's a reason the Game of Thrones, specifically the books, actually. The books are my favorite sort of piece of fiction I've ever read, while the show, first couple seasons, are absolutely incredible. No, don't do that! No. You're not allowed to. I fucking love politics and, like, everything involved in it. In fiction.
仕方ない。しかし、貴殿の家臣のかような子供じみた乱行。
No, that's an insult.
7日以内に落ち葉の方様を江戸から解き放たれよ。その後、 評決においてお主の処遇を決める。よいな。
I would assume that this is going to be answered. Is Taiko a synonym for Shogun, or is that a different position? Is Taiko like even above Shogun? And maybe like is Toranaga a Shogun right now?
忠義の嫁は
Usami.
お主の孫娘であったの。
Okay.
拙者の一番可愛がっている孫娘、富士にございます。
Yo, I'm gonna need a couple pieces of paper for this.
手は救わねばの。
婿殿の愚行、自業自得でござる。
いや、勇敢な振る舞いであった。しかるに犬死にじゃ。
では何故殿はここを動こうとなさいません。
Some sort of mass murder is gonna happen.
領どもに囚われたまま何故落ち葉の方様が戻られ次第、
We'll move against you.
我らは憑依の上殿を亡き者にする腹に相違ございません。
You got a plan?
そんな広松。今戦えば4対1。負けは出場。
We're gonna try to bring a couple to their side.
自治同然の殿をここに置いてでござるか。いつ殺されるかわからぬかような折。
Oh, he's gonna outsmart his way out of this.
僕の船を見分してまいれと。
すぐに出立してくれ。
Barbarian ship.
少など道を誤ったな、広松。
Hiramatsu.
我が命を狙う官僚側につけばよかったもの。
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but I have full faith in this man. And let me tell you what. He could die early on, but I like him. Is the barbarian ship, is it doing research into the one we at the beginning, or trying to get like paid assassins to get on our side to bolster our strength?
I think they're towing her in. Can you tell what they are? Are they Cathay?
It's what I've been telling you. They're Japanese.
Why do they say it like that?
We've reached it. Portugal's secret empire in the east.
Dude, that voice is incredible.
The orders are still on.
What part of this is still on?
All I know is we had Spanish ships to the south and north of us out of Santa Maria. And this pilot got us through.
We can still negotiate. We have goods to trade. Not to mention I speak fluent Portuguese.
I mean, they could take it all.
Tell them who we are. We'll be hanged.
They don't know who we are because the Rutters are still locked in the Captain General's quarters. And as long as they stay that way, we are safe.
Dude, this man's voice sounds like fucking Russell Crowe.
We've been caught a lee, windless, a speck in the current. We've endured pestilence, known starvation. We've chewed the calf skin, covers the ropes. We should be corpses by now, but here we are.
Yo.
Shit smelling, but generally able-bodied Protestant scoundrels.
We're
On a mission
blessed.
against a savage horde, and the entire goddamn motherless.
Yo, this dialogue is incredible.
富士度が過ぎておるぞ。
お下がりなされませ。
殿の命じゃ。その子を引き渡せ。
お断りいたします。
Jesus, dude.
忠義様は石堂様の前で殿のお顔に泥を塗ったばかりか、
Ishido.
この子の命を差し出すとまで聞いております。ご心中をお察し申し上げまする。私には生きようと。
親方様のおためじゃ。そしてわしはそなたの夫じゃ。
そして藤殿は武君の誉れ高い
Hold on.
様の孫娘、その嫁ぎ先である宇佐美家が今日この日終わるのでございます。忠義様の短慮のせいで藤殿にそのようなことを言えた義理がありましょうよ。忠義様の仰せの通りでございます。死にたいお気持ちようわかりまする。
Oh my god, I've got goosebumps.
その安らぎは求めてはならぬもの。私は
I have so many names. I hope I get them down in a couple episodes.
殿 になった。それが不死殿の生きる意味ではございませんか。
She's good. She's fucking good. Mariko? She did a shitty thing. That her father? Eh? That is an excellent shot. The goosebumps. I wish I need to make a fucking goosebump alert or goosebump meter on my channel, because I feel like it's my most said catchphrase, and I get goosebumps for some would say the stupidest of reasons. But oh my god, this is so high quality. And I will be honest, there is a lot of names. I love that from a, like, viewer standpoint. I love all the characters, but getting the names down hard.
この機を逃してはならぬ。そなたにふさわしい領地をくださるのは藪重殿を置いて他にはない。
Damn, that is horrible. Studying my name book over here.
腰抜けども、伊豆のご領主柏木藪重様がお目通りくださるのじゃ。とっとと上がってまいれ。
Hello there. You the leader of these men?
Oh, this guy's a fucking talker. John Blackthorne.
一人残らず上がってこい。
If it's agreeable, I will come up alone.
何を言うとるのかわからんわ。全員じゃ、全員上がってこい。
You can't. They'll kill you, pilot.
Pilot, look at their swords.
Let them go. Look out! No! Don't fight them.
Oh my god.
No violence. You need him alive.
Jesus. What is that, burning oil? Oh, ew. I would not do that.
In case I don't come back.
This guy is sort of charismatic, talk your way out of anything guy. I get the vibes. What a shot. I love Machiavellian characters too.
Is this the Japans?
Hi. Yes.
How do I say? I understand. In your language.
心得ました。
心得ました. I ask for my men to be freed.
Not possible.
I beg you, in the name of decency.
Oh my god, this is fucking awesome! I'm sorry, I gotta...
If this is how he treats guests, tell this poxy piss on his whole damn country!
I would not repeat that. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hey. Oh, that's a horrible shot! Keep your mouth closed. I'm not getting... No, don't get down. My heart's beating fast. I'm loving this. Covered in fish guts, starving, pissed on. Holy fuck. I mean, Jesus, I mean, you're more respectful towards your, I mean, it's not respect at all, but you're more respectful towards your prisoners than you are your people? You kill them immediately?
こやつかおらんのか。待てれ。この万人とわしの通じを務めよ。こやつは何者じゃ。なぜここに参った。
Busho, Lord of Izu. Kashige Yabushige asks to know who you are and how you came to this land.
Who are you?
A servant of God.
Your God. First make that distinction, you papist prick.
Jesus Christ.
この偉人はなぜお前に腹を立てておるのじゃ。
こいつは悪魔。人殺し、海賊。
My name is John Black.
Money potential? Deal? Or even, oh dude, is he gonna order them to put a hit out on someone? On Toranaga maybe?
ラクさんか。
とても悪い男。日の本とポルトガル殺しに来ました。
They don't know about us, do they? You told them Portugal's the only flag in Europe. Which means I am the first English sailor to reach your Catholic treasury. And you have no intention of translating my words. I beg your king for parley. I humbly ask for safe passage.
船と積み荷をすべて召し上げると伝えよ。
Yabushige-sama says your heretic ship now belongs to him. You will soon be executed, as will you.
Oi! Yellow! I am not one of them! And I will not be spoken for by Catholics! Not in Europe and certainly not in this dark land!
Give him a chance. Get a new translator.
やつをいずこかの屋敷で風呂に入れよ。
殿、危険。海賊は死なねばなりません。
こやつが海賊だという証でもあるのか？あ？
I mean his ship, but
バテレンのざれ事に付き合ってる暇はない。
海賊は死なねばなりません。
you're gonna get yourself killed. You keep fucking talking.
あれでこやつの代わりに一人選べ。わしのやり方でよいな。
Oh goddamn! He liked the spunk and the moxie from Blackthorn.
Well, I'm sorry, Father. We'll be all over this continent soon. Go back in your sty, pick up your arms.
This is 1600 too.
これぐらいになるまで、さまざまなあだ仇の家をたらい回しにされておりました。
八重千代様、手習いに遅れてしまいまするぞ。心得ておられると存じますが。
ご機嫌うるわしゅう大王院。
Yo, stop with the names.
母上も同じことを仰せであった。母上は間もなく虎長の城からお戻りになるのか？
さようにござりまする。必ずや。ささ。手習いの稽古に追い。
So was he? Well, is he just called Uncle because he was close with? Ochiba? Or were they actually family?
いずれ八重千代も乱世がまた始まる。
この虎長、命にかけて八重千代様をお守り。
I mean, you have to assume the other four are also scheming, whether or not together. They're probably planning on backstabbing them.
ご先祖様のご意向など、拙者には関わりござりません。
ご気性のまっすぐなお方。されど今、日の本に入りようなのは。
Oh, that's a great quote right there.
武家の棟梁、将軍なのじゃ。
かねてより申し上げております通り、拙者は将軍の地位など望んでおりません。
So Shogun is different than Taiko.
血生臭い。
Oh, okay.
の残照に過ぎません。
I get you, I get you. It's like a dictator, a ruler almost. And a Taiko is more democratic.
Please! We're just merchants!
It's over for you, burn alive?
We're just merchants!
On a stake? Oh Jesus, a pot? Oh my fuck. Hey, we got dinner tonight too.
我が殿の所業により村の者たちに不愉快な思いをさせて申し訳ござらぬ。
もはやさほど長くは続かぬ。
Yeah, this is real goddamn slow here.
死の刹那というものに取りつかれておられる。
He's a sadist.
死に最も近づくことのできる道なのでございましょう。
Oh my god. That is fucking gruesome.
奴の最後はただやってきてただ過ぎ去った。 全てのものと同じようにな、物も言わずに。
No.
殿、菊殿でござりまする。
Kiku.
随一の遊女でござりまする。
お使いでき、光栄に存じまする。
Oh, she is
殿にお喜び。
murdering people. I would watch your fucking back, my guy. Oh, damn. Yeah, let's go. Dude, this guy's gonna fucking start murdering people.
やめまするか。
You like watching?
続けよう。
Hey, my man, me too. She's scaring me in like a plotty, schemy, poisoning people way. That face right there, that's how I'm watching the show, like all aspects of cinematography, everything. Dude, that face is awesome. A very long time. Creepy pervert? I've always found this so interesting how, and again, I want to repeat, I don't know that much about the sort of culture, but sort of these, I guess you could call them samurai, I don't know the exact words, but they really like poetry. I don't want to call them samurai, that is, like brutal or violent, but obviously they're very, you know, there's a lot of fighting, but it's sort of immediately juxtaposed with peaceful, beautiful words. I feel like he'll get his way out of it somehow. He's planning a takeover?
お前はどう思う？先の夢のこの時世に次は何が起きる？
虎長様亡き後は必ずや戦となりましょう。石堂様が最大の勢力となられましょうが。
Buy your time.
キリシタン武将たちと対峙せねばなります。
キリシタン大名には
Buy your time.
すなわち武装船を持つ大名はいずれからも引く手あまたとなりまする。
Hey, find a reason to make people come to your side.
庭なんだ。
船が到着いたしました。
Oh, maybe it was.
色松殿、我が領分へようおいでくださった。
藪重殿は江戸にて控えるよう我が殿から申し付けられているはず。
南蛮船とその船乗りらを拿捕したとの知らせを受け、ここにいることこそ寛容と思うた次第。
大筒はどこじゃ？
What?
異国の船乗り。
Can it? So they have spies, or?
大筒20門、それに金銀数箱あると聞く。
Just your plans? Got out?
これは何よりじゃ。日の本の外交を統括する殿が船と積み荷一切すべて押収するよいな。
恐れながら広松殿、この伊豆は我が貸木家家中でござる。
I'm your leader.
失礼いたした。その方は我が殿に忠義を尽くす者とばかりを。
Oh, motherfucker, gonna. We gotta watch him. We gotta watch him now.
滅相もないことでございます。
Dude, I like all the characters so far too.
あげるまでもなく虎長様のもの。
And it does feel,
送りして驚かせて差し上げようと思ったまでのことで。
in the Game of Thrones sense, a lot of scheming from everyone, and you don't know their true sort of motivations immediately. I like that.
やつは何もかも知っておるな。
Gonna look for this guy now.
患者がいるな。
Where am I being taken?
Maybe it's the
You look at me.
Kiku.
Is that how it's done here?
黙れ。こやつか。
広松様。
大阪まで連れて行くと申せ。
Oh wow, he's getting wrapped up in all this shit.
I go nowhere until I see my men.
visiting bastards!
Oh my god! My baby!
Matsu-sama, Rodrigo-sama, koichi no mendo miru ne. Ippai nomasete.
Rodriguez?
Yarimashou. Huh? Good. Good. Real good.
Another sort of pirate merchant.
And tell him Goyosha. Goyosha. Goyosha kodasare. Goyosha kodasare. To all the shitty things.
I have goosebumps seeing my beautiful, handsome eyeliner man.
Dutchman, eh? Who are you? Young little shit, aren't you? What's the latitude of Alicia?
49 degrees. 56 minutes north, and watch out for the reefs. South-southwest.
Good.
My God, you are a pilot. And English, too. Fuck me.
Listen, sir, you speak Japanese. I must know if my crew is alive.
Oh, Samurai-sama! Anjin no nakama wa?
一人は処刑された。残りは藪重様の捕虜となっておる。
Well, then good news. Only one of your crew is dead, and the chopper said I'll free the rest of them. Oh, yeah. Here it is, English. Your crew belongs to them now. Maybe you'll see them if you get back. Maybe not, but it's out of your hands. Ose, hayaku!
Yo. I mean, it's because I know Nestor Carbonell. You know what I mean? That
what does he want?
I'm getting easily connected with him, but I'm already loving this character.
A powerful sword, so I might let him.
More powerful than those men.
Lord of the Canto? 1 million of them fanatics would die for the honor of wiping his arse.
And that beard is fucking incredible.
Rodriguez. And I'm a Spaniard who sails for the Portuguese. I'm not your friend.
Any chance of me boarding my ship, Rodriguez?
Yeah. Just as soon as you lick my jib. Listen, English.
Forget about it. You are wrapped up in this shit. I would have more faith in Toranaga. I feel like he's going to, I don't want to say weasel, as in like he is a weasel, but I think he might weasel his way out of it somehow. Or they could fucking kill him immediately.
Came over with the Portuguese.
Sail for a living, hi. How'd you get here, anyway?
Came by Magellan's Pass. Merchant mission. Captain General held us in Chile too long. I warned him the winds would die. He wouldn't listen.
And now, command rests on you. That's some fate.
What is that word?
Shukume? Shukume, it's like an attitude out here. It's karma. Fate. Fixed destiny. Everything is connected. Part of a whole. Life, death. You just have to accept your wee place.
That good? Why is he standing like that?
These people are godless savages.
Or maybe they just don't give a shit. What do you think? Young, scheming little pirate.
Why do you believe I'm a pirate?
Looking at you?
Hands on that ship.
20 guns. To defend ourselves from unlawful Portuguese galleons piloted by Spanish dogs. We drifted here by accident. We're just merchants hoping to once again cast eyes on our coast.
I like how charismatic he is too.
I like your English, I do. In fact, even we have a long night ahead of us.
Drinking?
I think I shall allow you the honor of taking this watch.
Oh, okay.
Kind of you to trust me.
Well, why not? You are a pilot, not a godless savage, eh? Kokoro emashita ka?
Jesus.
We've got to turn ourselves into the swirl!
How are you standing up, my man?
If I go to where I'd like them to stay!
Oh my god.
Back to the ground quickly, right?
Oh my god, yo! This is gonna earn him some respect by these people.
Into the swirl! What? What are you still doing up here?
Man, you go down there.
Abandon yourself to Portuguese! Eso no English! ¡Que viva España! ¡Hace un año tan grande uno ya!
Oh my god. Yo, this is quality. Oh, Jesus. We'll meet back up with you. This is so... Oh, fast-paced. I love it. Rodriguez, wash up.
Rodrigo-sama, your pilot is somewhere. Here.
Rodriguez-sama.
I don't care what sort of savage, whore, bitch turd you are. Where I come from, we don't leave a man behind.
白松殿、あのスペイン女を探すことには道理がございます。あの男は優秀なダッシュであるゆえ。
Yo, look at this!
I'll bring him up. Me. Oh, I see. You can't turn down a challenge in front of your men, can you?
I ain't doing this shit.
Maybe the fall will kill you before you drown.
I love the way he can... And I would assume it's gonna get him in big trouble talking to someone later in the show that actually speaks English, but I love how blatant and blunt he is.
わしがしくじるところが見たいのじゃ。わしを試しておるね。浅はかなやつよ。自分では分かっておらねえようじゃが。よし。
How do you even... I guess they start pulling you up, but still. I mean, obviously, looking at me, I couldn't do this shit. Oh my god, dude. He looks like an evil supervillain up there. Your rope burn. He looks like a Dark Lord up there, Black Lord. Oh, fuck!
Sorry about your sack of shit, Lord.
You playing that? Are you good? You may have a broken goddamn back. Come on, dude! You bum! Oh my god, dude. That's genuinely so scary. He's looking at it, it's like a test, man. He looked like a badass. And fight the water? No! Wait a fucking second, my man! There, Jesus! Respect? I can't even begin to read. Are we gonna pull him up or what? Oh yeah. Is that the end? Don't let it be so. Okay, I was gonna say I could watch this shit for 3 hours.
我が腹心の元に嫁いでもう何年になる
16年になりまする。
なかなか話をする折がないの先だっては心痛の極みであろう藤殿へのお心遣い改めて礼を申す
おりません。
実に虚しい石堂殿がわしを陥れんと大老師を抱き込んで以来目に映るのは死の影ばかりじゃ
I'll say it, I'll talk more at the end, but the dialogue has been incredible this first episode.
ポルトガル語が話せると聞いたが
まだまだ不慣れでございます。
A little bit.
網代で捕らえたものを連れてまいる黒船に乗ってきた偉人じゃ
Jesus, how fast do these fucking birds travel?
ポルトガルの方々が通詞様をよこしてくださいましょう。
父上が亡くなって14年か。
14年と三月でございます。
She was obviously there for it. Kechi Jinsei.
熱く尊敬に値する御人であった。
Great warrior. Sacrifice himself for you?
そなたは
Maybe.
お父上の後を追うことを
okay.
許されなんだ。藤殿も同じこと。忠義という名の戦場から遠ざけられ、生きる意味を奪われたのじゃ。
You fucking warrior?
そなたの主家として生きる意味を取り戻してやれるとしたら。
Oh, dude, I don't want to call it manipulative, but
そなたの方ずるデウスの道を嫌っておるようじゃ。
I like him.
あなたの神への忠誠とわしへの忠義の心は相反するものであるか。
私がただのキリシタンであれば。
Oh, that's.
されど人の心は一面ではございません。
Yo, that quote gave me goosebumps right there. Holy fuck.
宿命が我らを結びつけたのじゃ。そなたとわしと、そして潮目を変えるやもしれぬその偉人とも。
My leg is on fire. My head is bursting.
Is it just because they think Blackthorn has, like,
Foul nurse, English.
information that could be useful?
Himself. Up on that cliff.
It's a culture.
Risked his life to save you. And then when he was done for in those waves, he didn't fight. Could have tried, but he just turned and drew his blade.
He chose his death. What better end can a man hope for?
No death at all?
Likely.
How
Probably.
can you just accept being powerless to this madness?
You mean to this life? Zehi mogo saimasen. One cannot resist the unseen path of nature. All we can do is...
I've got goosebumps on like 20 different lines this episode.
I fought too long, too hard to get here. I won't succumb to this madness. I won't. I can't.
It's funny, I thought he washed up by accident. Mr. Pilot, I think it's only fair. I found this on your ship.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Right there. Was stolen off a Spanish sailor, I imagine.
I don't want to call it blackmail, but more like... I know why you're here.
Which means this belongs to you. So, at least of all the Catholic bases that you and your so-called merchant crew are put into the torch. I mean, real savage business, if you ask me. Orders, plunder any Spanish territory, reach the Japans, open trade in the New World. Which is why I'm warning you. Please go to the Portuguese as soon as I arrive.
Play my game.
The end for me. I won't die in this wretched land.
This wretched land. I tell you what, English, we're coming into port soon. Why are you going up there? Go up. Tell me what you see.
Pretty goddamn civilized.
And tell me, when you set eyes on Osaka,
Is he going to... Okay. Well,
world is the hint of civilization.
oh, boy. I'm liking Blackthorn and Rodriguez a lot.
The man wields power in a land like this.
I got goosebumps.
The one who schemes in the open? Or the one you never see? There's a saying out
Jesus, fuck.
there, man has three hearts. One in his mouth for the world to know. Another in his chest.
I have such intense goosebumps. Okay.
And the secret
Okay.
buried deep where no one can find it.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. Old friends, maybe?
A man must keep hidden if he wants to survive.
Yo, I have such intense goosebumps!
You'll understand soon, English.
Oh my god!
Maybe fate brought you here for a reason.
Holy shit.
Maybe you'll live long enough to find out what it is.
Oh shit. Hey, what's up, baby? What's going on? Come on, learn to play the game. Good, dude, the goosebumps are streaming and coursing around my body. That was a fucking excellent episode. Okay, so it's obviously a lot. That was a lot to take in. And I do have a lot of stuff to say. First off, I just want to start with sort of the meta stuff. Like I said in the beginning, I know that this is based off a book. So while I would assume, like just about all adaptations, that it is missing stuff compared to the book, or some of the stuff is maybe poorly paced or rushed, or there's stuff that's omitted, stuff like that. I will say, as a viewer of only the show, and as someone who has not read the book, I was very happy with that episode. And I mentioned in the beginning of the discussion as well that I had, close to buying the book that this was based off of before I had watched this. But I always, and as I've, watched a lot of TV and as I've watched a lot of adaptations, I've come to realize that the book, the source material, is always better than the adaptation. So I would much rather watch the thing that's slightly worse than the thing that's, perfect the first time, so I don't get disappointed. So I have no problem with, omitting a couple things. You can't do everything one-to-one. But I must say that was an absolutely incredible first episode of TV. One of, again, I'll probably, I might do it at the end of the episode. I might rank the pilot or the first episode compared to all the other first episodes I've ever seen of TV. But it would be pretty goddamn high in my opinion. That was such an enjoyable, everything was so high quality. And again, I'm sure that people, or even fans of the show, or maybe even fans of the book even, are maybe annoyed at this comparison. But I did get a lot of Game of Thrones vibes. Not necessarily like... I don't know how to explain it. Just the vibe and everything, the seriousness of the politics, and these some of the relationships between the characters. It gave me that sort of real serious, story that I absolutely love. I mean, just immediately, again, a lot of moving parts here. I feel like, again, I don't want to say schemy. I'll get into the Blackthorn and Toranaga sort of meeting a little bit. Obviously it's going to happen next episode, but I mean, sort of maybe what the purpose of it is, or how they could sort of spin this to benefit both of them. But Blackthorn and Rodriguez, I really liked. Not just their dialogue, but their relationship. And fucking, I think, again, maybe a part of it is because of just how much I love Nestor Carbonell, but I think Rodriguez might be my favorite character. Blackthorn, close second. I don't know, though. That is, that end is brutal right there. And I mean, that's one of those things that, I'm going a little bit all over the place with discussion, so bear with me. I have a lot of stuff running through my mind. Obviously, as I said in the beginning, the only sort of introduction, or, only time I've been in this sort of world has been Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima is obviously based around a fake conflict, a made-up conflict, or sort of a real conflict. Then they sort of made this little part of it fake, if that makes any sense. And it's also compared to this, it's a lot lighter. It's not as dark as this. So there are parts of the culture that I don't necessarily understand, or am just not learning to. But like really speaking up at a thingy, gets you and your baby killed That's fucking crazy, right? And I would assume that did they? I'm gonna be honest. I wrote down a shit ton of names. I'm going to probably need to already rewrite them so they're neater because I was sort of rushing and all that. But oh, dude, and oh my god, the names, the fucking name, Fuji? Was it Fuji? Is Fuji the one I'm talking about? The one at the end that was with Toranaga? Was it Fuji? It wasn't Kiko. I think it was Fuji. I'm pretty sure I'm correct. Okay, I would assume that Fuji's, and was it grandfather or father? I think it was father. Guys, I'm sorry. There's a lot of fucking shit. I would assume that he, obviously, Toranaga respected him, or, you know what I mean, thought highly of him. So I'm going to assume that the only reason that she was allowed to survive was because of that connection. I think. I don't know, but still, that is absolutely horrifying. And to essentially open up the show with that, just to show you like how fucking serious the world is. And obviously, I say that like I'm watching an episode of a Game of Thrones in the sense of I'm watching like a fictional world, whereas this is based off reality, so I know how fucked up the world is. But because I've never really sort of had a deep dive into this culture and into this you know, part of history, I wasn't really that aware of just the specifics of it, but that is goddamn horrible. That's another thing too that I do want to say, and again, maybe I could be completely wrong. This is based off real life, right? Like a lot of it is, I would assume, or is this completely fictional? I probably should have opened up with that. I probably should have opened up with that question because that is a goddamn big question. But so far, that's the sort of, because I don't know. I've never heard of any of these guys before. I've never heard of a Blackthorn or Toranaga. I've never heard of anyone. So, but again, I want to repeat, I don't really know the culture of the society or the time period that well. So I just could be a blankness. But and this is after Shogun's too. So I didn't. Again, that's another thing. Like I don't know. I'm going into this very blind, so I just want to preface all my sort of discussions or conversations, you know what I mean, with like, hey guys, give me a little bit here, okay? And please help me out if it's something that I don't understand. Erasmus is a is it a character from some? I don't know if it's. Dude, this conversation is fucking terrible. I'm sorry. I know Erasmus is something. I've heard of Erasmus. And I've heard it used in other shows before, so obviously I don't know if it's Greek or something. I don't really want to look it up in case it's symbolic of anything or foreshadows something that happens. So I'm not going to look too much into it, but that is on my mind. Pretty much all of these fucking characters I'm very interested in, and something I said towards the beginning of the reaction. My favorite thing already is the politics. I watched Game of Thrones for the first time in 2019 in preparation to watch the final season as it aired because of how big of a, you know what I mean, sort of cultural phenomenon it was. I didn't want to miss out completely on it. I wanted to catch the last season. Obviously, some would argue that that was a mistake to fucking force my eyes to watch that. But the thing that immediately sort of grabbed my attention that I'd never really seen before in TV was the political scheming side of a more, I don't want to say ancient, because it's not ancient, but you know what I mean, sort of older time period. That immediately sort of, after I watched Game of Thrones, it made me go like, okay, this is one of my favorite genres, political scheming, older setting. And obviously I read the books, which are 20 times better, as I'm sure you guys are going to comment around, is it Clavel's book? So I could definitely see that, but like I said, the Game of Thrones opened my eyes towards this genre, and I would put this in the same genre of, again, there's not fucking magic around, which I don't need the magic. The magic isn't the thing I look for. The thing I look for is the serious, complex, dramatic characters with deep lore and history, and obviously this is based off of, again, I would assume, I don't know for sure, but I would assume it takes a lot of stuff from real life and real culture, so it has that sort of backbone to make a good world and make good like world building and lore. But it's able to use those backbones and use the characters to portray a very complex, scheming, political. Because there's a lot of moving parts already that I am not quite sure about everything yet. There's a lot of stuff here and a lot of characters. I don't know if you can tell, and I know that, let me tell you what, I've been doing these reactions to YouTube for like 8 months now. This is not my best discussion. There's a part of me that's sort of very overwhelmed by everything. And obviously now that I've sort of gotten introduced to all the characters, I feel like I will settle in for the next episode. But I don't know. Getting into this Toranaga, and I want to actually start with Blackthorn, who obviously one of the only sort of English-speaking characters so far. So I immediately sort of gravitate towards him, if that makes any sense. But I'm already loving him. He has that real charismatic, like... Again, he didn't really do a good job of it this episode, but I feel like he could be someone whom, once he reaches full comfort, would be one of those characters that can, I don't want to say manipulate, but can convince people to come to his side, you know what I mean? And that is always one of my favorite sort of character cliches in anything. I like capability. That's one of my favorite traits in characters. And obviously, sailing-wise, he seems very fucking capable. But again, maybe I'm reading him wrong, but I also see a good leader. Well, obviously a good leader. People, believed in him, but I mean like anyone. I feel like he could get anyone to his side. And even if he has sort of ulterior motives or ulterior schemes, maybe they won't be able to sort of read them immediately. Obviously, he's got a lot of these other people tricked. I mean, there is a language barrier, but and he did get found out immediately by Rodriguez, but we're not going to put the blame on him immediately. I'm really liking him. The question now is whether or not this experience with the Japanese sort of changes his worldview, changes his ideologies, and sort of, again, I don't want to say gets blindly, like, turns to their side or anything like that. But I feel like it could be tougher, and obviously, I don't want to say obviously. Maybe he gets involved with Fuji. Maybe. I kind of got those vibes. Obviously, they only exchanged eye contact for 2 seconds. But I could see a world in which this sort of outsider gets into this world, is ingratiated in the culture, is relied upon, starts a family, and sort of, changes his alliances, who he's loyal to. I could definitely see that. But again, I don't know if that's the way that they're going to go. There is a lot of sort of... I don't know. The entire... Toranaga and everyone is treating him as a big deal. I don't know if that's just because he's they can tell he's a skilled pirate, skilled sailor who they can use for scheming, used for, I don't know, like, I don't want to say underground missions or anything like that, but or just someone with an outside perspective. I don't know. He's obviously useful. It just sort of feels like they're making him out to be very useful. So without meeting him, that is. And again, like I said, I see him as very capable, someone who's very smart, who could sort of use this as. Like I said, there's a lot of ways to go here. Because he could go the route of, like, okay, you know what I mean? Great, like I said, ingratiating himself into the culture and, becoming one of us. Or he could just use this all as a ploy, as an escape, as a, okay, I'll fuck with you guys for a couple years, but once I get a sniff of freedom, I'm out of here. I gotta get back to my true mission. Because he's obviously very religious, and this is sort of, this time period is very, very different than ours religiously. I feel like a lot of people take it more seriously because it's, you know what I mean? Nowadays we got our culture so advanced, you know what I mean? Me, myself, I'm an atheist. A lot of people don't fucking care about religion. But back then, this was sort of all that they were. This was their life. It was their trade. It was their family. Everything was revolving around religion. And you can see, not only in this, but even just like, Columbus shit, to where religion is sort of one of the primary motivators to continue expanding your territory so you can get more and more followers. So, like a cult, no offense. But, I like that. And but saying that, and saying someone who's an atheist, my sort of favorite characters in TV, it seems to be religious characters. My favorite character of all time in TV is John Locke from Lost. I fucking love him so much, and a lot of that is because of his sort of religious, faith-filled ideologies. I don't know why. I don't know what that says about me. But, you know, like I said, as an atheist, those sort of characters I always gravitate towards. So I could definitely see a world in which all of these sort of religious characters I really start to like. I don't know why. I do not know why, but it's just the way I am. Toranaga, obviously, probably only had like 10 minutes of screen time, maybe not even that much, but already I loved him, and it probably is because of Sonata's presence. But and his voice too is fucking incredible. But something about him, like, he seems really capable and really smart, and like he has plans. And again, I want to repeat, I'm not the biggest sort of follower of the culture, and I know that this, especially like Japanese sort of, you know, I mean, this time period there was a lot of cultural differences from now. But to me, humans are humans. There's always ulterior motives, and there's always schemes, and there's always plots, and there's always, you know what I mean, adorations, or ideas of gaining power and ruling over people. So, you know, obviously we've got 5 powerful people, and it seems like it's 4-1. I could see this very quickly devolve into a 1v1v1v1v1. So, I don't know. And to me, we didn't really get a lot of the personal lives of the other 4, you know what I mean? Personal lives. We didn't get a lot of sort of one-on-one conversations about them specifically, but Toranaga seems very capable, and he seems oddly confident. A lot of that could be just sort of, you know, the idea of, you know, I'm going to go out fighting, and no matter what I do, I win, if that makes any sense. But at the same time, he seems like a political schemer. Oh, but here's the thing too, I know that this is a mini-series. I don't know, like I asked in the beginning, I don't know if there's going to be a second season. I don't know any of that. So that to me says that this is going to be a very sort of fast-paced story. Not necessarily rushed, but in the sense of there's not going to be wasted time. There's not going to be wasted, you know what I mean? We've got to get to A to B now. There's no waiting. We need to, you know what I mean? So by saying that, I mean, like, I could see main characters starting to die in the next couple episodes. I don't know how long this show takes place, like the time period. I don't know if it's, you know, takes place over the course of 6 months or it takes place over 5 years. I would hope it takes place over a long period of time, just so I can see the sort of relationships grow and change and evolve. But, oh man, I do have so many goddamn characters. And that spy too, I don't even know his name. So, oh my, I'll go back to the sort of, because maybe someone can answer this, someone who's more educated in the culture. I'll go back to my Ghost of Tsushima references. Throughout this episode of TV, I saw like a lot of, again, people don't misunderstand. I'm not saying references towards Ghost of Tsushima like, oh my god, oh, they're referencing Ghost of Tsushima. Just as both of them do a pretty good job at relating towards real life history and the real life culture of Japan and samurais and shoguns and all that. But like a lot of the armor and a lot of that hats and all that were exact same from it. So I find that very interesting. Again, I don't know. I don't know if there's a point to what I just said necessarily, but I just found it interesting. All this to say, I'm going to summarize it because, again, I do want to repeat. I feel like this is one of the worst discussions I've ever had on this channel for some reason. I feel like I was throwing so much stuff that I'm not confused. I'm not confused at all. I feel very sort of confident at my knowledge and my understanding of what I've seen so far. But putting that understanding into words is a little hard. And obviously, like I said, I have 50 names here. I feel very confident knowing like 15 of them, but the other 35, makes it harder to speak about because I'm not fully 100% connecting the name to the face yet. But like I said, I feel like I have an understanding of what I've watched, just not necessarily able to convey that information back to you guys that well. That will change, because like I said, this was an introductory episode for the most part. I feel like once we sort of calm down and stop introducing as many characters as we did this episode, I might be able to connect to them a little more and be able to discuss them. Something that I will do real quick, and I will make it as fast as possible. Typically, when I watch most first episodes of TV, and then 100% after I watch seasons, I compare them to all the other things I've watched before. So after we watch the season finale of this show, I will compare it to every single season 1 in TV history I've ever watched. So I can I already tell this is going to be one of my all-time greats. But I also do that sometimes for the first episodes of TV. So let's see what we can do. Okay, so as it stands, my favorite first episode in TV history is probably Severance. Fargo, Chernobyl, Game of Thrones, Lost are up there. I think I'm going to have to put top 5. I think I have it 5th right behind Game of Thrones. That's going to be my gut. Again, I don't want to spend too much time on the specifics of the ranking. But, like, just shit, already, this new show, a top 5 first episode of anything I've ever watched. That is really fucking high praise. This seems so high quality. And, oh my god, there's so much stuff that I want to... Oh, the cinematography, the music. I'm gonna fall in love with this show. I think that's gonna be it for this first episode. Sorry, please, if there's anything that I missed, or if there's any sort of information, maybe culture or history-wise, that you think it would be better for me to understand before I get too deep into it, I would really appreciate it. And I think, now that I'm thinking about it, after how much, again, I wouldn't say I'm confused at all, but after how much information I was given right there, I think I might do something. I think I might not watch any more until this goes on YouTube. And so I can get a couple comments back, and then maybe after 2 or 3 days, then I will sort of get back into the swing of things and watch a lot more episodes, get a little bit ahead for Patreon. I might do that. Because I don't, like I said, if there's, I don't think there's anything, but if there's anything big that I missed or anything I don't understand, I would like some clarification. But I'm excited to go on this journey with you guys. Just to give a sort of a little rundown of my channel recently, if you go back a couple days ago, I started The Bear. In a couple days after this video airs on YouTube, I'm going to be starting Band of Brothers. So I have a lot of big shows on my channel this week, and I'm watching a lot of other great shows: Severance, The White Lotus, a lot of animes, The Sopranos. I would really appreciate if you stuck around and kept with me, subscribed. I'd really appreciate it. I think that's going to be it. I really appreciate you guys for watching. Phenomenal episode. I'm so excited for the rest. Please like, comment, subscribe, like I said, and I have the full-length reaction up on Patreon. If you're watching this like a day or two after this airs on YouTube, I think I probably won't have any more further reactions on Patreon until I get some comments. But if you're watching this like a week or two later, I'm going to be very far on my Patreon, so check it out if you're interested. Other than that, I think that's it. I appreciate you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Have a good one.